All right, Saturday morning now. I was gonna come out here and start working on this carrier bearing. I ordered the carrier bearing the day we left out, which was Monday, from Class A Truck Parts. Paid their highest price of shipping. It was like some FedEx, I don't know, it was like almost $20 for the shipping. Because I was like, I want that thing to be there if I do come home again this weekend. Fast forward to yesterday, I was like, you know what? I haven't even seen a tracking number for this. Checked my email, no tracking number. Late yesterday, I finally get a thing saying that my item's been shipped, and they shipped it yesterday, which was Friday. So I'm pretty sure we left out Monday, so I ordered it Monday, paid the best shipping, and then they didn't ship it out until Friday. So now it's saying it's not going to be here until Monday, which infuriates me. Like, I ordered it Monday and you guys waited all week long to ship it. Like, what was the point of me paying for good shipping, for their most expensive shipping, if you guys are going to wait until Friday to ship it? So what I'm going to go ahead and do now, I don't know how much of this I'm going to show you guys, because honestly, I've never done one. I'm going to have to watch some videos on how to do it. And if you guys need to know how to do it, you guys can probably just go watch a professional. But I'm just going to go ahead and drop the drive shafts. I'm going to cut the carrier bearing off and have it ready for Monday. That way, when it does come in Monday, I can go ahead and get it on. That way, hopefully, we can leave out Tuesday. Something else I needed to do, too. I can't quite remember. I'm not sure. I don't know. But this is going to suck. This is going to be a job. My back doesn't like being bent over like this for very long. Mason said he'd give me a hand. Mason is still in the bed. But honestly, like I said, I've never done it before, so I wouldn't know how to walk him through it. So let me get to work on this thing. I think my brother he's on his way down. Mason found him a really good load going to Tallahassee, Florida, for like $6 a mile. So he can't drop that till Monday. He's going to go ahead and drop his trailer where we drop our trailers, and then he's going to come here for the weekend. I guess he's got some football game or something that he wants to watch, and then he'll leave out probably Monday morning. Mason got him one of those container loads that we took out of Alawatcha, wherever we got that container thing, that he's going to pick up Monday, but he can't drop it till Wednesday as well. So I don't know if he'll come back here for Monday or not, or if he'll just slowly creep his way up there. But yeah. Oh, I wanted to do something with this airbag situation. But what I think I'm going to do, because I got to thinking about it, if I move the leveling valve to this axle, I think that'll put too much weight on this axle, because it'll always be trying to put this axle up as high as the leveling valve where you'll have it set. And I don't think that'll put as much weight on this back axle. I don't know. You guys can comment down below and tell me what you think. I think they put it in the back, on the back axle, because they know this airbag is going to get smushed a little bit more, which will spread the weight, and that one will always have a good amount of weight on it as well. But I don't know. I think what I'm going to do, because that rod is little bitty under there, I think I'm going to cut a longer rod to where when I do get a heavy load on this, I run out of rod. I can't adjust the rod anymore. And the weight is pushing down so much that I think if I had a longer rod in there, pushing this up a couple inches would end up pushing this up a couple inches. Because you can see that's, I don't know if you guys can tell, but that's kind of, the trailer itself has rubbed onto this tire. So I don't know why it's happening. Maybe there's a valve or something under there that's not allowing as much air to come over. And you know, you try to research these things and I can't really figure anything out. And I don't trust any of these moron shops around here to know, because look at what we've gone through, you know. Anyways, let me get to work on this carrier bearing. All right. So just laying under here and kind of wiggling things around like I did the other day, I didn't really quite notice this. Let me put my glove on because this is kind of greasy. But if I wiggle this is the carrier bearings right here. And then this goes back towards the back of the truck. This section right here has got like if I wiggle it, I don't know if I can do it with a phone in my hand. I don't know if you can hear that. But it seems to be maybe a little loose in here. It's almost making like a poppy noise. I don't know if that's normal. I don't know if that's because of the vibration. It has now worn into this. It looks like some type of a cap you can replace. Yeah, you can see there's a gap. Is that a gap, or is that supposed to be like that? I mean, that carrier bearing's definitely seen better days. I can't tell if that's a gap. No, I don't think it's a gap. But I think it is moving too much. I don't know. We'll get this one off. Maybe I'll pull this off here. See what it looks like. I think the vibration's definitely drive shaft or drivetrain related. All right. So I got my brother pulling up just in time. Got it off. As you can see, I don't think it's supposed to have that much play in it. And that's pretty bad. Oh, Lita's inside. Yeah, look at that. It's all floppy and worn out like your mom. All right. So now, hope I have a socket big enough for that. We gotta pull that off, then we can slide this off, and then put the new one on. What's up, Holmes?
You want to buy it?
Yeah. A nickel a week, I'll give you.
What are you working on?
I got the drive shafts out.
Oh, nice. How was that?
Fun.
Twisted. It's twisted.
How much rust is coming out of that thing?
It's like every second.
All right. So we finally got the nut off. I had to use my torque multiplier because I don't have a socket that size that'll fit any of my impact guns. So we got that off for now. I think this is just supposed to come off now. Let me see here. See if we can do this one-handed. Pretty rusty up in there. All right. This isn't a one-hand job. It's starting to slowly come off. Let me set you guys down. All right. Get you guys on a tripod. Boom. Just like that. And then I don't have a vise big enough to stick this drive shaft in. So that's why we're out here on this trailer. I don't think the bearing itself wears out in these. I think this rubber just ends up getting so soft that it can't hold the bearing. So what we have to do now is we have to cut this bearing off. We cut this race, and then we have to cut the cage, and then there's another race down in there. But breakfast is done, so I gotta go eat breakfast. My brother's going to be washing his truck today. He's got 2 airbags to replace on that. I'm filming on my phone. I hope it's not super shaky. This thing's supposed to have stabilization somehow, but I don't know if it's on or not. All right, let me go eat. We're gonna cut this race off, and we'll get right back to you. Boom. All right, we got it off. So what I'll do now is I'm gonna take a wire brush, clean this up real good. We'll get it all ready for the bearing Monday. And all my caps look good. I did get on YouTube, and that slip yoke, I think is what they call the piece that the other drive shaft that I was showing you guys had a little bit of a clink. That might need to be replaced, but we're gonna do this bearing for now and see if that helps, and then maybe we'll do that slip yoke hopefully later. All right, if you look at this, you can kind of see that it's oblong shaped, which basically tells me, I mean, you can see the drive shaft has been rubbing on this rubber right here. So this was definitely bad. All right, it's Monday now. This should be our part. This should be our carrier bearing. Monday at 1:30. I had a little mishap with the welder. It's doing some welding, sitting down, and the line was caught on something. So I kind of like just gave it a little tug, and then it came loose. Got me right on the face. So I can't find a socket that'll fit my gun for this size. My gun is 1/2 inch. The socket that I have, this is a 41 millimeter. The socket that I have is a 1 inch for my torque, handheld torque deal that I broke this thing loose with. And Lead has gone all over town looking for an adapter, looking for a socket, looking for anything to try to put this thing on. So we might be putting this thing back on with our torque multiplier. So it looks like it was $54.26, and I paid for the extra shipping, like I said. But they obviously took almost a week before they even initiated the shipping process. I'm really hoping this fixes our vibration issues, and we can ride nice and smooth. Look at that. That thing looks completely different. My other one didn't have this dust shield. I don't know if that's a an aftermarket afterthought. But there she is. Alright, so from what I can tell, I need to put some anti-seize on this shaft. So I'll go grab some anti-seize. I need to grab my torque multiplier. We'll see how hard this thing is to get on. Supposedly you can stick this thing on and then throw the nut on there and it'll push it on. But the YouTube video that I watched, the guy ended up having to beat it on with a piece of pipe before the threads would catch. Whoops. And then this. We got this part all nice and cleaned up. As I set it down into some leaves. You want this to line up with that other side. As best as you can. I think one tooth or the other will put it to the left or to the right. Like so. Obviously, not the best working conditions. Not forgetting anything, right? Then we got our washer, and then our nut, and then obviously it would be best if we could run this thing on with an impact. But that is not going to be the case today. Who would have thought 41mm socket would be so hard to find? I put grease everywhere I didn't want paint to be. What's up, Holmes? Probably, because I'm gonna have to use that stupid thing again. Yeah, Lita can't find a socket the right size. So this is gonna suck.
I mean, at least they get.
Part. All right, so I think we got it on there. They didn't torque it on the YouTube video I watched. They just kind of gave it a couple uggas. Went back and looked at old footage. I could see that it had a couple of threads here, and you can actually kind of feel the tool there getting a little hard to spin. Afraid to spin it on there too tight because you could probably break some stuff here with that thing. So me and Mason is gonna go stick it back under the truck and take this thing for a test drive. All right, we got the first half of the drive shaft up. Put Loctite on the carrier caps, or the U-joint caps. Just have to tighten these up and then we'll lift the next back half of this axle. I probably should have replaced these U-joints while I have it off, but I don't know. It is what it is. Let's get this thing up. Do I need to get up under there? No, this will draw itself up. Oops, I forgot to put the socket on though. And I need to clean these caps up. Man. What? Phone's blowing up. Oh. Mr. Popular. I don't know what a shop would have charged me to do this. Boom. Got that. Grab my blue Loctite. This thing's gonna fall on my head and crush me. Smoke. Yeah, I was gonna get the part I have a grease gun on the Big Tex, the hot shot trailer. Okay. Can you grab that for me? I'm gonna go ahead and grease all this while I'm under here. Boom. Well, there it is. That is a carrier bearing done on a 2008 Mack Pinnacle. Pretty simple to do. The hardest part was this this nut back here, but really with that torque multiplier that I have, made it super easy. It was just, it's so slow. The gear ratio on that torque multiplier is so low that it takes like 50 turns in order to get one turn of that nut. So it's not that it's hard to turn, it's just a lot of repetition turns. So we're gonna go ahead and grease everything up while we're under here, and then take this thing for a test drive and hope this hope the vibration's gone. All right, let's take this thing on a test drive, see if this vibration's gone. Man, I really hope so. I really hope so. So, it really only seemed to do it like above 60. So we're gonna have to get somewhere we can put some speed on this thing and see what happens. It's gone. Yeah, she's fixed. Thought it was at first. When the leveling rod would break and we would get up into the higher speeds, you could feel like a vibration, like there was something wrong with the transmission. And then when I heard, or I felt it right after we did that leveling rod, and it did it again, I'm like, are you kidding me? I broke another leveling rod. And then I got under there, leveling rod was fine, but I could tell it was like a vibration, like a drivetrain vibration. So I just got under there and started pushing and pulling on stuff, and it ended up being that carrier bearing. So I think we're in this for, well, you guys seen it, I think I showed it, was like $53. $53, and probably, honestly, like, I didn't have to take all that time, like painting everything and make it nice. But if I would have had the part there, I could have probably had this drive shaft out, carrier bearing off, and then back in we'll say 3 hours. Maybe like a 3-hour job. And that's only because I didn't know what I was doing. Had I known what I was doing, I could have probably got it out and back in an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I would say if your carrier bearing needs replaced, don't be afraid to replace it. As long as you have that 41mm socket, you're good to go. Let me get this pig turned around. We're gonna go back to the house, get this thing hooked back up to the trailer, and start looking for a load for tomorrow. I might have spoke too soon. Turned around, turned the camera off, and then something started squealing real loud. Let's see if we can get it to do it again. Almost like a bearing with no grease. Weird. almost sounded like a belt squeal, but from back here. It's a sealed bearing. When I just peeked under there, those dust covers that was on it, it looked like that dust cover was maybe spinning a little bit. I wonder if that's what it was. I wonder if it was that dust cover rubbing on that, on the rubber. I don't know if people usually use those dust covers or not. It didn't have the dust cover on. Yeah, it didn't have the dust cover on, like I said, on the old one. So I don't know if that was like a new thing that they put on. Find that boost leak. I know that drives some of you guys crazy. It drives me crazy. I don't know, it doesn't seem to be doing it now. Weird. Weird. I'm gonna take it back to the house, crawl back under there, make sure I didn't miss something. See what happens. All right, just crawled back underneath the truck. It's the dust covers squealing. I think the dust cover is either like making contact with the drive shaft, or something's rubbing there. I'm not sure. Kind of regret putting those dust covers on now. Dust caps. I'm gonna do some Googling. I mean, they're on now. I'm not taking them off. I don't know if I could cut them off while it's on the truck or what, but dust caps, carrier bearing. See if anybody else is having this. That's a bummer. I mean, it's not doing it all the time, but at least I know what it is. All right, guys, so we're hooked back up to the trailer. We still got a little bit of cleaning up to do. Lita's at the store right now doing some shopping, and we'll talk to you guys later.